Good morning. It is oh wow. It is 1:13 on Sunday at October the 4th, Sunday at 1:13 p.m. I first want to say praise the Lord to everybody. I had an opportunity yesterday to really get to the presence of God, and I was happy about that. That's my source of power. That's my source of peace. I'm dealing with digital mechanisms that have spyware in them, can project things from other places on the planet to me. So I'm dealing with a whole bunch spiritually. But I would say right now, pray for our president. Right now, we're dealing with, in America, okay? I'm not somewhere else. President Trump is dealing with corona right now. Please send a prayer out to him. I don't think that you're not participating in all this mess all day. Send a prayer out for the president. Be respectful. You know you're going through some stuff. Be grateful, be respectful. Send a real, sincere prayer to the president right now. It's not hard. You can write it down, look at it, let it go. Send a prayer. Okay, so that's how I had to let that off my chest. The main reason why I put this on here, because I already posted up a word, and I like to make sure my stuff is kind of fun, because like I'm not some little 20-year-old that with mental illness. I am a 42-year-old woman who has dealt with people with mental illness. I've learned how to be peaceful after being thrown into the midst of the fire. Okay? And I'm getting my peace. That's what I'm dealing with right now. So, long story short, I'm not playing a voodoo game. I'm trying to figure out what time it is. It's 1:14. I done heard a couple of planes come over the head over here. I'm grateful for everything. Again, pray for our president. Pray for our soldiers. Pray for the family members with the soldiers. Pray. Don't ride past me wondering why I'm not reacting a certain way. You need to deal with your issues. Pray. I'm not saying meditate. If you want to hear that, go to a Hindu temple. I am telling you to pray. How often do I got to tell you that? Pray. I don't feel like worrying about no grown people all dang on day. Now, this is another thing. This is the part 2 of the video I made yesterday. Don't excuse my hair. It's Sunday morning and I'm happy. I'm chilling. This is where I'm looking. Because I'm human. So, what happened yesterday is I was enjoying my day, and I enjoyed my day thoroughly yesterday. A lot. But I did see a video that disturbed me. And it was a young person hitting an older person. And this is from a black person, African American, whatever you want to call it. I'm a black woman in America. I've went from being younger, being put into environments where people just want to make you a fighter. Okay? I overcame that through prayer. That's how I did it. I can't speak to nobody else. If you want to go down those roads where you know she's going to pop off and I don't do that. I'm not in elementary. I don't have teachers who are mentally ill in the background making sure, puppeteering me. I'm a grown doggone woman. I'm not living in a house with nobody who is mentally ill. I'm in this hotel and they forced the more mental illness in here. Okay? I know what I'm dealing with. I'm being honest. All this stuff is strategic. It is extremely strategic. The only way I'm getting through it is because of prayer. But do not deify me. Don't do none of that. Whoever you deifying right now, deify him. Continue doing it. Works it out. I'm tired of it. Because it's something as simple as you got this camera in your hand, you're taping an old man getting hit. What is your reason for taping that? You're taping an old woman get pushed down. You're taping another woman getting hit. And then finally the man come in and my thing is this. Who set it up? Because I'm tired of reacting to people catch you right when you're chilling. They send you this video. This video come on your timeline. It's like, the horror. But I'm still cognizant. Who set it up? I watched something in the subway. People are on viewership. This is my thoughts on this. People are on viewership. Whether they're mentally ill or not. For the last decade or so, maybe 2 decades, everything has been extremely mentally ill driven. You're crazy and you're getting crazier. What you want to do? People don't went full fledged and all this stuff. All the TV shows. I've been to church. When I was in church, I wasn't listening. I wasn't watching none of it. I watched what I wanted to watch. And then I stopped watching the stuff that I like watching because it just went too far. It went too far. Okay? If you understand that a whole generation, you understand that you got mental illness and they got mental illness and whatever. Who's talking about mental illness? So we're just going to watch them continue to get angrier, set them up, and then it's just more people in the prisons because you got some state that you have not made sure that their educational level is. So their only way of making money in this city or in this state is through prison. It's all a cycle. It's all a cycle. I got people riding by. It's ridiculous to me. And it's going to be even more ridiculous. And I said this when I was younger. It's going to be more ridiculous to me when I get a car, when I get an apartment, and I see how fast this stuff changes. And how well an entertainment industry knows all of this stuff that's going on. Because it's ridiculous. If you know all this negativity is going on, you know every opportunity that you have to put something positive into it. You have every opportunity you can deposit something positive in. Instead of adding more smut onto it. And then getting mad that a woman, because I'm a woman. I am. Does not want to feed off of the mess. When I first came here, this is Tampa. When I first got, I went to Clearwater. Got to Clearwater, it's peaceful, older not older families, but more single family homes, neighborhood, really peaceful. I had to get out of there because they don't even, you can tell like their hotel system, they didn't set that up like that. They had it real small and that's it. It's a beautiful city. I recommend you go there. It's Florida, so it's a whole bunch of beaches down here, but Clearwater is really beautiful. And it's very clear down there that you can just sit and enjoy. If you're a down home type of person like me, like you really like people and you like to just enjoy people's expression of art and, just really good stuff and good food. I recommend Clearwater. I like Tampa a lot. But I think what I need in Tampa is either a house or apartment because I'm in a hotel right off of the airport. And it's tawdry. It won't even be tawdry and they make it tawdry. It is a system. They automatically want these hotels to be brothels. And there are people who live here who are not into that. And they've been living here for 10 years. I talked to a man that worked here. Very genuine person, upstanding citizen. And he's like, this woman lived here for 9 years. You have to talk to people who live here that are not mentally ill to get to the nitty gritty And at my age, the last thing I want to be around is a bunch of 30-year-olds that on their last little bit, what do we got to, we got, got to flip this money some kind of way and manipulate my life. That's where I'm at right now. I'm not flipping your life. I'm not watching your program. And all the stuff that you are now watching, I've already watched when I was 25, not 30, 25. So at this point, I'm talking about programming. And, well, let's just say this. CNC programming, Mastercam has a, they have a CNC program. It's free. That you can learn how to do CNC programming for free. It is you're learning about software, and it's at the top money making of CNC machining. So check that out, mastercan.com. I'm talking about TV programming, because it's not that long ago that it wasn't all this reality TV where everybody's issues were not crammed on you. Okay? You're talking about somebody who already had to deal with the sweeping under the rug stuff, all that other stuff, and then be introduced to a generation that I like y'all a lot. But y'all need to work on y'all creativity. People been had mental illness. This is nothing new. Work on your creativity. Work on contracts. Work on training people properly. Work on a script. And rehearse. Because some of this stuff is see-through that y'all just plotting this stuff. And like, even though I was happy that this guy like finally hit this female down, it's still a man hitting a woman. And I have to be honest with you. Because at my age, I already know what was going to happen. Well, she's younger than you, and you're stronger than her, and you're healthier than her, and I could care less. Nobody called 911. It's New York. I know the police would be there in 2 seconds. 2 older people get pushed down off of a major street. No one called 911. You got the subway. It's cameras in the subway. You don't have to take a camera and watch anything. It's cameras all up in there. Who called 911? You are orchestrating these events and these so-called moments on YouTube and exploiting people with real mental illness. I would challenge you to find out where there are people who have already went to school that can help them. Take a different path. Start working on the mental health, the healthy wellness path, where you start finding out where people really truly care about people getting past mental illness. You need to. I'm not mentally ill. I have literally watched from one state to another state the exact same thing happen. And I've lived in 4 different states already in my life. Kind of get that? So I have a little bit of a gauge that you don't have. I can see that this is a literal plot just to keep the thing going. What, y'all trying to kill the president? Like, what's wrong with y'all? I don't know what's going on. I know you're not going to make me a queen mother. If you started it, finish it. It's one of those things when you were a kid, your teacher told you something, or your mom told you something, or your parents told you something. Start it, finish it. If you started the total embarrassment of someone with mental illness, and this was your way of exposing this, or is this your way of saying, I'm tired of dealing with it, I'm tired of my relatives always dealing with this. Now it's time for us to come together as a community and say this person needs that help before prison. Is there such thing as somebody getting some help before prison? Because next thing I seen was, oh, this happened and that happened. No, you can't say that. You can't say it like that. You can't say it like this. I'm saying it like this. I know that I am not in control of these videos that are popping up on my phone. So I know I have to go and either go with T-Mobile or Verizon or Apple and just forget the whole freaking thing. Just go with Apple and call it a day. Because I'm not in control of these videos that are popping up. But I'm noticing a pattern with them. And there's nothing funny about an old man getting hit with a cane. It's nothing funny about an old woman getting hit with I don't know if she got punched or whatever. Nothing's funny about that. What bothers me is how easy, and you can get mad at me if you want. This is not a kind word. I'm angry because I feel good. I feel good. I have to be pushed in more where people are just astounded that I got up from all the stuff that I've been through. Get over it. Move on to something else. I'm not crazy, nor am I going crazy for you. It gets tiring. That's how I feel right now. I endured a lot in Michigan. Ain't nobody coming down to Florida acting like they're not going to school, taking care of their life, focusing on their health. I had to make a decision that I can't even go back to school until November, knowing I want to because I want my license by next year. But I'm going to still get it. I just have to be patient. I'm not taking the road everybody else is taking. The people I'm interacting with are in their 20s and their 30s. I've been through more than you. I have. I like to see y'all prosper, but guess what? I'm not going to act like I don't want to see myself prosper. I'm still living too. It's too much. It's way too much. I am saying, because I watched a Muslim guy in his own store, know this little girl come in, watch her dang on steal everything, watch her with some little slime ball that's 2 seconds from prison, but they don't want to see her in prison. Neither do I. But I was mad at how bold she was, stealing, and then standing at the dang on store like she owned a mortgage. And I'm not playing with this. This is a 15-year-old little girl, full blown in, I am going to be a thief for the rest of my life, go through life, manipulating the system, and he was being nice to her. I told her point blank, you a thief. Because I know about my culture. I know my culture will cover it up to the freaking end and blame slavery. Slavery been abolished for a long time. A long time. You need to learn about taking some money and saving it. If you save $20, and I'm not lying, I'm not a guru, I'm none of that. If you take $20 a day for 365 days, you will have $7,000 by next year from the day you start. So you start November the 1st. From November the 1st, 2020 to November the 1st, 2021, $7,000 in the bank. That's nothing to play with. You buy a car. Cause I'm on the bus. I just posted a video and I want to start connecting dots for people. I don't mind connecting dots, but I would rather you say, could you find that information out for me? Instead of me feeling like I gotta do it. Cause it ain't a gotta. It's I want to do it. But when I feel like you're creating a problem, to me you're a part of the problem. You see an opportunity for your video to get all these hits and you want this YouTube money, and I'm not mad at you for wanting YouTube money. It's money. But can we want some positive publication out here? Can we push for that on YouTube instead of constantly going along with the exploitation? I don't find it cute. I don't find it cute. There was a time was like, oh, I want to look like her. She's a TV. She's the commentator. Blah 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 blah. Y'all getting man right now. Even in the dang on sports, when women really had to push hard for that opportunity. And you see some of them in there in the dang on locker room with the guys getting naked. She look like, oh my gosh. But she's so professional, and she worked hard for that money and for that opportunity, her career, that she should be there. You'll see another female and just trolloped on in, and she ain't nowhere near being around these men that are 6'6", a pack of muscle and fine, and freaking millionaires just getting turned into a puddle of water. Because the stuff is funny to me. I don't know what else to say. It is, I know it's mental illness. No one is perfect. But it's when you are somebody that's watching everything, it is constantly coming at you. It's like, can we turn this off at some point and say, what about new scripts and stuff? Can we get something new? I think it's greed. I had a extremely over the top dream this morning, and it was male lust. It was not female lust. It was man on male lust. It was multicultural. I'm like, okay. What I don't want to be a part of is anything that's going to go to Sodom and Gomorrah. Key West. See, talking to somebody who did have an opportunity, had a whole bunch of opportunities in life, and when you have opportunities in life, you find out things. I didn't even I have never been to Key West, Florida in my life. I've been new. That is a homosexual port. I don't know where it is now. I don't know if they done, they like, well, y'all in the corona and y'all ain't got no sense. And it is a such thing as a payment on a facility after y'all done ran through all this lust. I had this weird dream, and this happened this morning, of this African-American man that is homosexual. And I don't know if this is his dream to be a dancer and get up in front of a man and pop in the way he was dancing in my drum, like, okay, this is somebody who is in the full meditation. This is what he does. And then I see an Italian gentleman take up a beer like, this is what I've been wanting to see. Well, let me explain something. That's lust. Lust is attached to greed. I already knew what I was gonna talk about today. And to even have that happen, it's like, really? I cannot tell you not to be homosexual. What I can tell you is it's lust. And it's attached to greed. I can tell you that. I'm a woman. I don't have any desire to see a man grind in front of another man. There is no desire for that. But there are plenty of females who have been turned out by now. Because by the time I got to dang Detroit in 2012, they was already watching the females. So they may want to watch some men on men. Guess what? That's the graduation of lust. It's graduated. That comes from an exploited generation. Period. Where stuff happened and it was swept under the rug. Your desires or whatever. I get married. I'm happy as heck. And I was abstinent. There's plenty of people in my generation, because I'm 42, that were abstinent and they were not Christians. They were Zionists or whatever they wanted, the Universalists or whatever. Plenty of people went through abstinence. Plenty. Okay? I went through abstinence, but I went through abstinence in the Word of God. I stuck close to the Word of God. That's the only thing that keeps me now. But I wanted to talk a little bit, this is the first part, about keeping yourself from sin and why it is important to fast. And why it's important to push back your plate. I'm just writing it down, writing a note. And more programming that's not so exploitive and more spiritually nurturing, whatever your doctrine is, health and wellness oriented. You have to feed just your body, your spirit, more than filth. You have to. And within a year, the stuff I was watching on YouTube, I watched them like, we getting this our last little bit of check, and woo woo. But it was so much garbage that I needed to spit up. And I spit it up on one of these videos. I'm like, what the heck? I don't feel like watching these chicks. I'm not a gay woman. You don't have to understand my level of discipline. You don't. I'm there now. I grew up with mentally ill people and did not understand them. I get it now. I'm not judging you. I want to move the heck on with my life. Ain't nobody got time to be sitting around watching you. And then seeing the generation that's getting tired of it. And they literally are vocal about it. Of getting tired of dealing with frustration. People riding down the street yelling all dang on day is loony. People riding over your head in an airplane is Looney Tune. Period. It's mental illness. And it's not checked right. I still respect anybody, regardless.